So you don't want to have to cast Heat Riser whenever you enter combat, and you just want an all-in-one support persona. Well, today's the day that I introduce Siegfried. While I personally don't really use a support persona since so many people seem to want one, I decided to make one because why not? He's good to have. Before breaking down the build, as usual, I have to mention that whatever I build here simply works for how I play, and so it might not work for you. As always, I would always prefer you guys make your own adjustments accordingly. Also, there will be some skill cards used in the video, but the fusion path covers all of the skills necessary, meaning you just have to use skill cards on whatever you choose not to inherit. Lastly, if you have questions, I do have a Discord where you can reach me most effectively. Link will be in the description below. That being said, let's break down this build. So what do I have Siegfried learn innately? Well, I haven't learned Heat Riser, and while he does have the skill as his combo skill, just having the ability to cast it whenever is quite nice. Then I also have Charge, so I can power anyone that needs it. Sadly, these are the only two support skills that he learns innately. As far as what you need to acquire from either the fusion loop or skill cards, you need Concentrate because you want double magic damage, Debilitate because that basically stacks upon Heat Riser, and the combination of attack, speed, and defense master allows you to initiate the battle with Heat Riser on Joker so it can save you that initial SP. Lastly, we have Spellmaster because unless if you're running a full gun or physical build, there is no reason not to have Spellmaster. That being said, how do we actually fuse this? Well, if it's your first time on my channel, you are in luck as for once I will not actually be using my old builds, but if you do have them, they will be helpful. That being said, we will fuse the Siegfried by using Seth and Thor, both set at level 65, and if you have my Seth and my Thor build, they actually aren't going to be as relevant in this build, and you're going to be crafting a brand new one. So to start, both of these ingredients have fusion path, and I will begin with Seth as he's the easier of the two to fuse. To start Seth, you will need an Alice, and it doesn't have to be the one that I built, but make sure that she has Concentrate and Spellmaster, so she has to be at least level 90, and then you will fuse her into a Mara, then into our Seth. As for Thor, this is where things get a little bit complicated. We will need both a Neko Shogun and a Nebrios, but we will revisit the Nebrios later. For Neko Shogun, make sure to get him to level 42 to have him learn Speedmaster, then fuse it into a Kurama Tengu. Then fuse that into a Naga and get him to level 48 for Defense Master, and then fuse him into a Trumpeter. Now this is where that Nebrios I had mentioned earlier will come back into play. You must get the Nebrios to level 61 for it to learn Debilitate, then you will fuse it with the Trumpeter to obtain the Thor. The last step would be to get the Thor to level 65 so it learns Attack Master, and you will be able to fuse it with Seth to obtain the Siegfried. So that's it. All the skills are there, just simply inherit the skills that you are missing the skill cards for, and this build should be golden. Overall, I really don't see myself using him too much, since Takeshi is my support teammate, but for those that perhaps want to run a different team comp and want a support build, this is just what I would personally recommend. On that note, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.
There's something peculiar over there.